This is AM Agenda. We're live now to the Democratic Party convention. Bruce Hawker, Sky News contributor, joins me. Bruce, a moment of political history there in the last little while.
Indeed, you've come at a good time, Kieran. We've just seen Bernie Sanders nominate Hillary Clinton for the candidacy for the presidency. It was received to tumultuous applause by the crowd. It was a very exciting moment for everyone, and I think it was a very unifying moment for the Democratic convention, and that's clearly something that they need.
So this, the formal endorsement, she will accept that Thursday night, Friday morning our time, and really the headline act today after the roll call is the possible future first man of the White House, the former president.
Indeed. Bill Clinton will be speaking this evening, and apparently he's been working on his speech for quite some time. It's a very personal reference, I guess, for his wife and his partner of about 40 years, and I think it's something that should go down well, I think, with the crowd here. One of the questions that's being asked, of course, is how much some of the Sanders supporters may try to make a bit of noise during his presentation. I suspect that there won't be much. I think it'll be received in the way in which the speeches were received last night, with a lot of support and enthusiasm and a great sense of unity in the hall. I thought it was very impressive, and I think he'll be pretty impressive this evening as well.
Yeah, so the Michelle Obama speech, it's really dominated much of the coverage that I've seen out of the US. What's been the reaction to it from your perspective there at the convention?
I think this will give Hillary Clinton a big lift. That's my gut feeling about it. Everybody who was commenting on it today from both sides of politics was saying that it was a very powerful speech, a very strong commendation for Hillary, and it talked about the sort of future that she wanted for her two young daughters, just like Americans around the world, around the country, want for their own children. It was a speech that was very much based around her own children's life expectations and what they could see in the future with a Hillary presidency as against a Trump presidency. So I think we'll see a similar response tonight after Bill Clinton's speech. It'll be very interesting to see how he pitches it. I'm absolutely got no idea how that'll be, but I think we'll find a very personal story in the speech that he gives. That'll be very interesting.
When you talk about the reaction from Sanders supporters, just to go back to something you touched on earlier, surely there wouldn't be, for someone of Bill Clinton's stature within the Democratic Party, there wouldn't be those sorts of interjections and so on that we've seen previously for the former president. Could you imagine that happening, even if they are critical of various policies of the Clinton presidency, NAFTA and so on, but surely they would show respect during the speech, would they not?
Well, I think the overwhelming majority of the people here, there's about 25,000 supporters in the crowd here. It's huge. But you're always going to get isolated instances and individuals who aren't going to be rowing in the same direction as everybody else. I mean, some of the people who support Sanders, are not mainstream Democrats by any stretch of the imagination. They're sort of the anti-people. Who, in a very small minority, have the same sort of psychological outlook on the world and on politics today as some of the Trump supporters. They are anti-establishment, and Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, for them, represent the establishment in the United States writ large. And so he could be something of a lightning conductor for some of those people, but I don't think we're going to see any sort of major demonstration or walkout or anything like that. But we could certainly see some isolated interjections.
And beyond that, the headline act of Bill Clinton, also I notice on the schedule some testimonies to Hillary Clinton from 9/11 survivors.
Indeed, I think we're going to hear from one of the first responders who suffered terrible injuries and then received a lot of support from Hillary Clinton because she was a senator for New York at the time, and I think possibly another person who was injured in the 9/11 disaster as well. We'll see something. We'll see some of that. We'll see people with significant and quite severe disabilities talking about the importance of a Hillary Clinton presidency and what their life experiences have been in a country where, you know, if you get sick or injured, life can be very, very tough, even for people who we would regard as being middle class and reasonably well off. So this, of course, is one of the big dividing issues in American politics today, and I think they're going to try to turn that into something of a strength. So that'll be very interesting to see. We're also going to see and hear Madeleine Albright, the first female Secretary General of the United States. Sorry, not Secretary General, Secretary of State for the United States talking, and that'll be very interesting as well because she is a big figure in international diplomacy.
Indeed, no doubt about that. Another female trailblazer in the US, Bruce Hawker. Good to see you. We'll talk to you tomorrow live from Philadelphia. In the meantime.